Hi, good evening everybody, and welcome to your Monday, April the 4th, 2022. First fantastic Monday of 2020 of April. Today is episode 203. Today we're going to be learning about out with the old and in with the new, as you all know that phrase. Sometimes when they put a part of a phrase on the title, the next day is the rest of that phrase, but it didn't come up like that. But we're going to be starting with 1 Corinthians 15:49. Our recommended reading is 1 Corinthians 15. Get this, but 42 to 44. So some of the previous verses of 49. We'll go back. Go back 4 verses, and then the previous 3 verses of that. So we're going back 7 verses and going 3 verses up in the recommended reading. But our turning point is from Philip Doddridge, Doddridge, Doddridge. And our Bible reading is 2 Samuel 12, chapters 12 and 13. So if you're excited about this, we'll smash the like button. Comment something you did today, or something that came up, something that you had planned, but plans fell through. And have you ever had to use the phrase out with the old, in with the new? Let me know. But out with the old. 1 Corinthians 15:49, it says, "And as we have borne the image of the man of dust, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly man." So basically what it's saying, when we become believers, we get rid of the old sinful man and we put on the image of a Christian. We put on the image of God. Basically, we take off the image of sin and put on the image of heaven, of heavenly things, of God. So basically, we're sending the old man, we're getting rid of the image of the old and putting on the image of the new when we become believers. So, with reading that passage, let's turn in our Bibles to that 1 Corinthians 15 and go back to verse 42 to 44. Which says, so also is the resurrection of the dead. The body is sown in corruption, it is raised in incorruption. It is sown in dishonor, it is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, it is raised in power. School bus. No, truck. Sorry about that. Misjudged my sound of the motors. It is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. So basically, the natural body is washed away. When we become believers, we put on the image of the spirit. We have a spiritual body. So out with the old, in with the new. We hear that phrase frequently in a variety of different contexts, but most especially when it comes to remodeling, renovating, or redecorating a home. Yeah, I've heard that. When they renovate a home, they take away the old and put in, like say they renovate your bathroom and they take out an old tub and shower, and they put in a new tub and shower. They take the old out, put the new in. See? See what they're getting at? So for a couple of decades, Americans have been passionate fans of reality TV shows that deal with home renovations. Fixer Upper, Hometown, Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and various other makeover shows. Yeah, I can say I like the Extreme Makeover Home Edition. The other ones I don't particularly care for, but I've seen a few episodes of the Extreme Makeover. They've done some pretty good. I've watched a few episodes. I don't sit there and die hard have to watch the episode. If I come across one and they just have beginning it, I'd like to see what the old house looks like and everything. And then I'll go on, and then I'll try to, if I can't find nothing else on, I'll come back and check, try to get back in before the end of the episode to check the results and see what the difference. And then those shows that they talk about, the car renovations, where they take an old busted up car, or not busted up, but overhauling. I used to enjoy watching that one. Where when they first started that show, they would be secretly, somebody would be secret. They would like secretly swipe this person's car by means of like thievery. And then they would set up one of the people doing the show would set up like someone like a detective or something along the line. They would get hold of that person that car was swiped, and they would set up this little sting, like a kind of a sting, and they work it. They get the car done. Then they would bring the person in and say, "We found your car," and they'd make up a little lie and it's like, "I don't think you're gonna like what you see." And they make up a little ploy and they take off they set up one of the people supposed to be the head of the group that stole the car. And then they go on and bring the person in, and then they bring them in with this car finished, restored to its former glory. And they bring them in and say, "Hey, all this is just a ploy. You've been overhauled." It's like stuff like that. Trick My Truck. When that was on, that was fun. About the redoing the semis. Stuff like that, where they take the old busted down vehicle and restore it to its former glory. Now, I like those. I like the ones about the cars. Trick My Ride. Stuff like that. Ones they change the old worn out car put it back to its former glory. American Chopper, where they build the motorcycles. That was always good. But so even the best of home or personal renovation projects are temporary. But there's a permanent, eternal renovation coming for all who belong to Jesus Christ. In one of the longer chapters of the Bible, 1 Corinthians 15, the Apostle Paul explains how the resurrection will be the means for our transformation. And we live now in bodies that, like that of Adam, the man of dust. But we are destined to inherit bodies like Christ, the heavenly man. So if you live with some limitations in your life today that you wish could be renovated, be patient. At God's appointed time, you will receive a permanent, You will receive that permanent, personal makeover. Speaking of that, if your achy joints, hardly can't walk, older people can't walk around without the help of a walker, knee braces and stuff like that, the time will be coming when you ain't got to worry about nothing. You can walk around like you're a young man again. You'll be walking around, you'll be running, not out of breath. You'll be able to run and rip and rear and won't get out of breath. You'll be able to breathe easy. People with breathing problems, you'll be able to breathe easy. Everything. You'll have joy and peace eternally. You won't have to worry about pain and sorrow like you've got right now. But Philip Doddridge, Doddridge, says Christ will change those vile bodies that they may be fashioned like unto his own glorious body. Once again. But that's all I have for today. Coming up tomorrow in your terrific Tuesday, April the 5th, episode 204, we're going to be talking about a makeover gone wrong. Going to be good. Sound a good one. 1 John 5, verse 4 is our beginning passage. 1 John 1, 1 through 5 is our recommended reading, which I think we read that one. We talked about that part this morning in my Sunday school, or talked about it this morning, or yesterday morning. Excuse me. And our turning point is from that Corrie ten Boom once again. That Corrie, Corrie. They got it spelled with the big T this time. It's usually spelled with a little t. T-E-N. It's usually spelled with the little t, but they capitalized it. And then the last name, Boom, B-O-O-M. It's the turning point tomorrow. And Bible reading is 2 Samuel 14, 15, and 16. So stay tuned for that. I'll get to that in just a few minutes, but you'll see that tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, we will talk about episode 670, part 1, for your terrific Tuesday, April the 5th. We're going to be talking about arrows in the hand, beginning with Psalm 127, verse 4. And then in 670, part 2, we're going to be talking about a good work, once again from Kenneth Peterson, like we did on Saturday, derived from Psalm 139, 13 to 24. And then the makeover gone wrong tomorrow night in the turning point. But stay tuned for that. I'll get to those just a few minutes, but you'll see all three of those tomorrow. So I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep on keeping on and trusting God, and He'll keep you safe in all you say and do in 2022. And until tomorrow, peace out, everybody. Goodbye. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your fantastic Monday evening. Come back again tomorrow for your first terrific Tuesday of April. And we'll see what God has in store for us tomorrow. So until then, goodbye.